In Texas, first responders and volunteers, they are still searching for many people who are unaccounted for in these devastating floods. In many cases, it really is just neighbors helping neighbors. CBS Evening News anchor Maurice Dubois is in Ingram, Texas, with a great example of that. Maurice, you know, in these worst of times, it often shows the best of humanity. And I can say I never get enough of these stories. We need them right now. Good morning to you.
Same here, Gayle. Good morning once again, Gayle. Absolutely, there's some really great people out here. One of them is Louis Deppe. He joins me right now. He lives not far from this devastated area. He joined the search effort to help find a friend's missing daughter. He's been at it for days. Louis, good morning to you. Thanks for talking with us this morning. How you holding up? How you doing? You've been here since Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, yeah. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're tired, but running off adrenaline, and it's for a good cause, and trying to find people and bring some closure to those who may not be alive anymore. And so that's kind of where we're at in the search. And
yeah, we're all cheering for you, literally across the country, around the world, as it turns out.
Yeah.
So take me to the beginning. You see a Facebook post about a friend's child who's missing?
Yes, I saw a Facebook post of a friend of mine who's missing, a friend of mine since really all of our adult life. His wife posted and said, basically, we have an emergency, we need help, we need prayers. And so I immediately called him, and he's in Beaumont, their family, and said, what's going on? And he said, our daughter's been swept away. And I said, what can I do? I'll be there. And so jumped in, grabbed my son 20 minutes later, and we headed over to Kerrville.
How old's your son?
21.
So you know what this is like to have a child that age.
Yeah, actually my son's 25. My youngest daughter's 21, and so there was definitely a connection.
You totally get it. So you get out here. You're 45 minutes away. You get out here. How do you proceed? What do you do?
I met up with him and said, what do you need me to do? And he had a few friends, and we started basically right behind the property. The house was swept off a hill into the river, so there was a big pile of debris. And we started looking there for his daughter and the other three young, people in their 20s to see if we could find anybody.
Did you jump in the water? Were you able to do that? Did you form a grid? How did you go about this process?
Yeah, we divided up into teams of like 2 or 3 people, because if you go by a big pile of debris or treetops, one person can't really see it. It's so thick. They're like huge bird nests. And so it took 2 or 3 to surround it. That's how we divided it up and just made sure we didn't miss a place. We didn't get in the water. We weren't prepared to get in the water. We stayed out of the water. We stayed safe, but we tried to cover as much terrain as we could.
And what did you see ultimately? Did you find your friend's daughter?
Did find her. She was found yesterday mid-morning.
She hadn't made it? She hadn't survived?
She did not survive. But it's tragic, but in an odd, important way. It was brought some closure, and so my friend Ty Baden found his daughter Joyce, Catherine Baden, and one other of the 4 was found, but there's still 2 missing.
Yeah. What about the spirit among you searchers? I mean, you don't even know a number of the people you're looking for, but you're looking anyway. What's that like with the folks you're with?
Yeah, I think a lot of it. I didn't really think about that. I thought about, look, this is my friend in need. His daughter's missing. I have a 21-year-old daughter. Can't imagine. I think every parent's worst nightmare. And so didn't think it through, just muscle memory. Let's come help and see what's needed. And so, the cause keeps you going, running off adrenaline. And, that's where we've been the last 3 days.
What do you want to tell the world about this community?
It's a great community. I grew up going to a summer camp not too far from here, Camp Longhorn, and, I have so much respect for the people, the adults in charge of these little kids. I mean, many of these camps have been here 100 years, and they saved so many lives. So many lives were saved. Many didn't make it, but more and more were saved, and the fact that there's so many people willing to give everything to try to find these kids, and now it's probably turning into a different mission. Yeah. But the spirit of Texas is live and well and strong, and we're going to keep looking until everyone's found.
And you're going to press ahead today.
Press ahead.
I thank you so much for talking with me this morning. Really appreciate it. Louis Deppe, one of the many searchers out here, the volunteers doing heroes work. Going to hear more stories from survivors of the flash floods here in Central Texas in our next half hour. Until then, going to send it back to you in New York, Gayle.
Bravo to Mr. Dokoupil. You know, anybody who's a parent, or even if you don't have a parent, even if you don't have a child, you have a beating heart, you put yourself in that situation, you hope that somebody would help you. Maurice, thank you so much. Bravo to Mr. Dokoupil again. And if you would like to help, please go to cbsnews.com/helptexas, which is on your screen below, to get a list of organizations that are involved in this recovery. And of course, we'll put it on our website too.